Welcome. This is 1.3 part 2. Percents and proportions. We are going to be covering the word problems today. The first word problem. A small bag of flour weighs 12 ounces. A large bag was 60% heavier. How much more does a large bag weigh? To start a problem like this, we have three types of proportions we can use. The first is percent over 100 equals part over whole. Percent over 100 equals is over of. And percent over 100 equals new over original. A lot of times in the word problems we're doing today, we're going to use the new over the original. What's the new value and what's the original value? Our percent is 60, so we can think of this as 60 over 100. Since we're taking our percent and dividing it by 100, we no longer need the percent sign. We just write 60. The original weight of the flour was 12 ounces. The new bag, the one that's heavier, that's what we're trying to find out. Cross multiply. 100 times x is 100x. 60 times 12. $60 times 12 is 720. And that's equal to our 100x. Divide both sides by 100. Now the trick to dividing by 100 is you can move the decimal spot by however many zeros there are. So if you have 1 followed by a set of zeros, the number of zeros is how many times you move the decimal. Since there's 2 zeros, we can move the decimal spot 2 times. It's currently right here to the right of the 0. So if we move it once, move it twice, after dividing by 100, we'll have 7.2. The 7.2 is in ounces, so we should put the unit. Now this is not the weight of the new bag. This is how much more the new bag weighs versus the original 12-pound bag. If you wanted the total weight, which is not what it's asking, but if you wanted to know the total weight, you could add the 12 and the 7.2, and that would give you the total weight. Another option, instead of using 60%, you could use 160. The 100 represents the total original 12 ounces, and the 60 represents the 7.2. If you put it together, 160%, you're adding both the 12 and the 7.2, which will give you the total. But since we only want to know how much more it weighs, we're good right now. For number 12, a plant was 23 centimeters tall. After a month, it was 7% taller. How tall did the plant grow? Well, we have percent over 100. That's equal to new over original. This is the original height of the plant before it grew. That's going to be our denominator. Our numerator, how much it grew, is going to be our variable to x. Cross multiply. When I cross multiply, I like my x's on the left. That way when you solve, you'll get x equals your answer. So the trick is your first cross multiplication should always be the one with the x. 100 times x. And then the second cross multiplication is the one without the x. 7 times 23 is 161. 100x carries down. Divide by 100. If we do it to the left, we have to do it to the right. So again, we have a 1 followed by a set of zeros. 2 zeros means we move the decimal place 2 times to the left. That will give us 1.61. Our units are centimeters. Again, this is how much the plant grew. It is not the new height of the plant. So if you wanted the new height of the plant, you could add the 23, the original height, plus the 1.61. That will give you the total height after the month. You could have also done 107%. 100% represents the original 23 centimeters. The 7% represents the growth. After cross multiplying and solving, you would have the total height, the 23 plus the 161, already combined for you. Since we only want to know how tall the plant grew, we are good. A small mouse can jump 60 centimeters. After a month, it can now jump 63 centimeters. How much further is the second jump? So now we're trying to figure out the percent. That's going to be our variable. Percent over 100 equals new over original. The original jump is 60. After a month, the new is 63. So we're going to put 63 over 60. Cross multiply. Now, I still want the x on the left, so it's going to be the x times 60. That equals 100 times 63. Again, we have 1 followed by 2 zeros. Since we're multiplying, we don't move the decimal to the left, we move the decimal place to the right. We're going to add 2 zeros. So that would be 60x equals 63 plus our 2 added zeros, so 6,300. Divide by 60. That's going to give us 105. Now hopefully you can guess that this number is a little bit large. This 105 represents both the 100% original jump plus the 5% increase. So if we're trying to figure out how much further the second jump is, we don't want the whole 105, we just want the 5%. What you could have done also is, instead of using the whole 63, the 100% plus the increase, you could have just used the difference of these two numbers, which is 3. You could have had x over 100 equals 3 over 60. Solving that would give you the 5%. An old cell phone battery lasts for 13 hours. The new battery lasts 26% longer. How much We don't need the second percent here, that's a typo. How much longer will the new battery last? Alright, so we have percent over 100. That equals new over original. The original battery is 13 hours. The new battery, we do not know. That's going to be our variable. Cross multiply. 100 times x. That's going to equal 26 times 13. (26 times 13 is 338. 100x carries down. Divide by 100. And that's, again, we have 1 followed by 2 zeros. Decimal spot is currently here after the 8. We're dividing, so our number is getting smaller. That will give us 3.38. This is not the total life of the battery. This is how much longer the new battery will last over the old battery. Tom wants to buy new workout shoes that cost $49.99. He has a 20% off coupon. How much will Tom save? Alright, percent over 100. That equals new over original. The original cost of the shoes is $49.99. We want to figure out the discount. That will be our numerator. Cross multiply. 100 times x equals 20 times 49.99. Divide by 100. Well, before we do that, sorry, getting one step ahead of myself. $20 times 49.99 is 999.8. Now we divide by 100. Move our decimal spot 2 times to the left. We get 9.998. Since we're talking about money here, we want to round this to one decimal place. Or I'm sorry, the second decimal place. So we're rounding the second 9. We go to the number to the right to tell us how to round. Since the number to the right is 5 or larger, we're going to round up. So we're going to add 1 to the 9, which will give us 10. Since this is a 10, we have to carry the 1. 9 plus 1 gives us 10 again. Carry a different 1. 9 plus 1 gives us 10 again. So finally, we get 10.00. This is how much money Tom saved with the 20% off coupon. If you go back and look at number 5, this is almost an identical problem. It's just 1 cent different. So instead of 49.99, we got 50. All right, finally number 16, the last one. Helen is going to buy a new purse for $21. If the sales tax is 9.5%, how much tax will Helen pay? 9.5 over 100. What's the original price of the purse? $21. That's our denominator. The tax is going to be our numerator. Cross multiply. So 100x equals 9.5 times 21. 9.5 times 21 is 199.5. 100x carries down. All right, we want to get x by itself, so we divide by 100. Move our decimal spot 2 times. That'll give us x equals 1.995. Again, we're talking about money here. So let's round this to the nearest cent. The nearest cent is the hundredths spot. The number to the right is 5 or larger. It's a 5. So we add 1 to the number we're rounding, which is going to make it 10. We have to carry. 9 plus 1 gives us 10 again, so we carry 1 more, and we're going to get exactly $2. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you apply these skills, and have a great day.